This is Batman. You're watching Kyle Reviewed.
Hey guys, just finished watching Arrow, Season 8, Episode 2, Welcome to Hong Kong. Wow, what an interesting episode. So Arrow's doing very well, especially with this concise 10-episode run. This is what they should be doing on all these shows. Take the budget of a 20-episode thing and you can cram it into 10 episodes. Take the story and it fits perfectly in 10 episodes. This is what's been working so well on all the streaming services. Netflix been doing this for years. And it's just finally nice to see one of these shows doing this. And they're not doing this on purpose, but they're doing this because Stephen Amell wants to end the show. And I think this is a perfect time to just stick with that, you know? They should actually adopt this idea to all the other shows, to adopt it to, to Flash, Supergirl, Legend of Tomorrow, and Batwoman. This would be way better doing that, having more concise, tight seasons, and I think it's going to be best. The problem with that is with a channel like CW, network like CW, they seem very much like obviously cheaper stuff compared to the Netflix stuff and all that. They would probably just cut the budget down in half too, and they would just leave 10 episodes. Whereas if they took a budget of, Arrow, it's unclear to see. I mean, they also have the crossover and stuff, and they're all going to be in that, so there's going to be a lot of budget saved for the huge crossover. But it's unclear that, and Arrow doesn't really need the whole. It is a cheaper show because there's not superpowers. The biggest superpowers is, Katie Cassidy's Black Siren as her scream, right? When that's not really that difficult to do. It's just a bit of blurring, right? It doesn't need to look good. It's supposed to look like a screen, right? Not supposed to look specifically anything, right? Just like a blur. So that's really simple to do. But I think it's good and interesting to see as to where things kind of go with this. I love having Katana back in this episode, and I was kind of worried when they were killing her off. It's like, oh, are they going to kill her off? Because we do have that rumored Birds of Prey style spin-off with Katie Cassidy and Kate McNamara, Mia Smoke, and even maybe I think even talks about having some of those characters kind of spinning off into their own like Birds of Prey or Black Canary spin-off show. That could be quite interesting with that. And obviously having Katana would be a really interesting character to bring onto that show at some point, especially since she's from such an early history with Oliver Queen. Eventually bring her into that show would be quite an interesting idea. She's not really familiar with those people, but having her interact with those characters, that type of spin-off show could be an interesting idea to have. Anyway, I think it would be quite interesting, and I think it would be she could be the cool, like, kind of usually the way they use Nissa Al Ghul in this show, just kind of periodically here and there, and that'd be quite interesting to seeing her and having that connection to early seasons of Arrow. I think that could be quite fun. So it is quite interesting here. The flash forward scenes are kind of like, it's kind of boring, but it's also like, is that really going to matter, these flash forwards, these future storylines? Are they just kind of keeping us in there? Because how do you not have, Mia Smoke meet her father in the crisis, right? That's a perfect opportunity to do that. And how do you not have that opportunity? And I think even Stephen Amell said that at the Comic-Con interviews, just kind of like when you're asked, is he ever going to meet her in the crisis? And it's like, it would be kind of silly for us not to do that, right? And then he didn't say that. And so it's like, how can they not do that storyline? So he pretty much confirms it without confirming it, right? I mean, it's too good of a story to not have him meet his future daughter before he sacrifices for her, to be able to live on for her, right? So that would be really cool to see that. And I like the use of like Felicity flashbacks throughout this episode, him having his ring and stuff. That's going to be quite cool. It's interesting seeing the next episode. We'll be seeing Thea Queen back, so that'll be quite fun. Finding out that she's kind of looks like, based on the trailer, she's involved with the League of Assassins, and he's going to Nanda Parbat. So that'll be really cool seeing that. I definitely can't wait to see as to where things kind of go with that. That'll be quite cool seeing as how the relationship, and hopefully bringing Thea into this season storyline. I think that'd be really cool, especially for the ending of this. And I'd like to see an opportunity to having Thea back. I'd like to see Thea maybe not on as a season regular for the spin-off show. If they do that Birds of Prey Canary spin-off show, I think she definitely would be something interesting character to have in like the pilot, and then continue on and just let her be out there, but just kind of option to pop in, right? Definitely hope they don't kill her off in the crisis. Oliver would definitely not want to make sure she's alive, right? She's part of his family, so I think that would definitely be interesting to have her just optionable, able to appear later on in that show. So it'll be quite interesting to see as to where things go. The whole brother storyline with Connor Hawk and Diggle Jr. and stuff. It's okay. I don't know. It's just we'll have to wait and see. The Mia Smoke stuff, like I said, it'll be cool to see her interact with her father and stuff. But I don't know, like Mia Smoke is just some of the acting in the future storylines by these new actors are kind of look kind of stilted to me, kind of like over the top and like look obviously fake, don't look serious. But the acting in this episode by Katie Cassidy, finding out that her Earth is gone, that's it, there's nothing left, was just amazing. The camera's kind of focused on her, and she was crying, and it was just like, oh, it was just so good seeing her do that. The only thing is, I would have liked to have seen her maybe kill that guy she was trying to fix the portal machine, the little device. But I guess she didn't because she had there. And the reveal at the end that Delilah Michaels we've been following all along is actually Harbinger. Like, oh! They didn't say it, but in the comics we know it's Harbinger. We've seen photos and all that stuff, so it's just like, oh! She's been Harbinger this whole time. That is awesome, especially if they go at some point show us flashbacks to earlier seasons when we first met Lila Michaels, and she's been Harbinger ever since then, slowly building us all up to that. That would be mind-blowing. I can't wait to see as to where things go, and I can't wait to see the reveal as to how Diggle's going to handle this and how things are going to get changed up for Diggle, and how things are going to continue on. And are we going to see a version of Lila Michaels sticking around for this potential spin-off show? That could be something interesting, especially how things go, right? I really hope that she's been like Harbinger this whole time, type thing, and she's fallen in love with Diggle and stuff, and that could be an interesting idea to see as to how things kind of play on that. I really don't want to take things away from the relationship that Diggle and her have and stuff, and kind of destroy that completely and say, oh yeah, I was faking it the whole time, and this evil alien connected to Harbinger and all that, I'm Harbinger and this stuff, and it's all acting, it's all fake. And hopefully it didn't kind of destroy their marriage and stuff, but the idea that, he has to relearn as to who she is, and he could potentially do that in the spin-off show if she's in it, I think could be something quite interesting to see as to where things kind of go. So let me know what you think, guys, about this episode in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Hi, this is Kevin Conroy, talking to you from the library of Wayne Manor. You may know me as Batman. I just want you to know that you're watching Kyle Reviewed. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman.